All right, so in this section, we're going to talk about intercepts and zeros, and we have talked about intercepts before. So intercepts, graph point 0, 8, so 0, 8, and negative 5, 0 on the given graph. So here are those 2 points, negative 5, 0 and 0, 8. The x-intercept of a graph is the point where the graph crosses the x-axis. So the x-intercept would be negative 5, 0. The y-intercept is where the graph crosses the y-axis. So that ordered pair would be 0, 8. That would be your y-intercept. All right. Then you have zeros, roots, and solutions. That's where your graph crosses the x-axis altogether. Okay. So for instance, if we had a line right here, if that was a line, that would be a solution right there. But it's not a line, it's just an ordered pair. Okay, so let's look at some examples. So find the x-intercept and the y-intercept in the table. So your x-intercept. Remember, for your x-intercept, your y equals 0. So I'm going to go down here. Y is 0 right here. So your x-intercept would be 1, 0. And your y-intercept is where the graph crosses the y-axis. Okay, so you want to look to see where x is 0. So x is 0 right here. So that ordered pair would be 0, 4. So there would be your x-intercept and your y-intercept of that table. Okay, so on the x-intercept and the y-intercept of the equation, y equals 3x plus 3. Well, first of all, it would be easier to start with the equation in standard form. So we want ax plus by equals c. So we have y equals 3x plus 3. But to get it in standard form, we want our x and y on the same side. So I need to subtract that 3x. So I end up with negative 3x plus y equals 3. And that's my standard form of that equation. So now to find your x-intercept, I'm going to plug in y equals 0. Okay, so let's do that. To find my x-intercept, y equals 0. So I'm going to go negative 3x plus 0 equals 3. Negative 3x equals 3. Divide both sides by negative 3. And x equals negative 1. So your ordered pair would be negative 1, 0. Now for your y-intercept. For the y-intercept, we plug in x equals 0. Okay, so using my standard form, negative 3 times 0 plus y equals 3. Negative 3 times 0 is 0, so we have just y equals 3. So your ordered pair would be 0, 3. And there's your x and y intercepts. All right. So example C, Jackson. Let's see Jackson. Jackson says that the x-intercept of a graph x plus 2y equals 5 is the point 0, 5. Is he correct? Well, let's plug this in to see if he's correct. So this is your x, this is your y, and all we need to do is plug those in to see if it balances. And if it balances, then yeah, he was correct. So we have 0 plus 2 times 5 equals 5. 2 times 5 is 10 equals 5. So is he correct? No. Because 10 is not equal to 5. All right. But I think that he actually did the y-intercept. That's actually the y-intercept. So 0, 5 is the y-intercept. Not the x-intercept. 5, 0 would be the y-intercept. So he actually just got those backwards. Okay? So, no. Because 10 is not equal to 5. Okay. All right. In D, identify the x and y intercepts of the given graph. Write them as ordered pairs. So let's plot the points, see where they are. So here's one right here. Here's one right here. So your x-intercept is going to be 1, 0. Your y-intercept is going to be 0, -3. All right, and that's when you have a graph. That's how you find it. E, find and graph the intercepts of the given linear equation. Okay, so when x equals 0, let's find your y-intercept first. So I have 6 times 0 plus 4y equals 12. 6 times 0 is 0, so 4y equals 12, because this pretty much just goes away. Anytime you have 0 times something, it just goes away. So I'm just going to put an x on that. Okay, divide both sides by 4, and y is equal to 3. So your ordered pair would be 0, 3. So 0, 3. That's your y-intercept. Okay, now to find your x-intercept, we're going to have y equals 0. So we have 6x plus 4 times 0 equals 12. Well, once again, that 4 times 0, it just goes away. 4 times 0 is 0. So I'm just going to put an x there. 6x equals 12. Divide both sides by 6. And x equals 2. So that ordered pair would be 2, 0. So those are your x and y intercepts. Okay? All right. Now, find the zeros of -8x plus 10y equals 40. Now remember, your zeros is the same thing as saying your x-intercept. Zeros, roots, solutions, that's the same thing. Okay, so to find your x-intercept, we want to plug in 0 for y. So let's do it. So we have -8x plus 10 times 0 equals 40. And 10 times 0 is just going to be 0. So this goes away. Ooh. Well, I don't know why you're not writing. Okay, -8x equals 40. Divide both sides by -8. And x equals -5. So your x-intercept, your 0, your root, your solution would be -5, 0. Okay, now to find the solution, same thing. You're going to plug in 0 for y. Okay, so this is the same thing as saying x-intercept. And to get your x-intercept, you plug in 0 for y. So we have -2x minus 3 times 0 equals -12. Okay, well, you all know what's going to happen with that 3 times 0. It just goes away. So I'm going to put an x on it. I have -2x equals -12. Divide both sides by -2. And x equals 6. So your ordered pair would be 6, 0. All right. Okay, so remember, if you have any questions, be sure to write them down so that you can ask next time we're in session. Thank you.